nowadays there's a lot of youth that have all the support. They're born here in the United States. They can go to any university. There's financial aid, there's support from home. Many times it turns out, I don't want to go. Yeah, they don't want to go. They don't want it. You know what? I want it, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to make it happen. Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Frank Iniguez. I am the ambassador of reading. And as always, I'm very excited about the topics. Today's topic, I'm excited because today's my mom's birthday. It's April the 2nd. You're not going to be watching this video on April the 2nd. However, I am recording April 2nd. It's my mom's birthday. And I was thinking about the different topics today, and I came up with this one, and I love it. It's called, It's Not He Who Can That Makes It, It's He Who Wants To That Makes It. And I was thinking of the different examples that I could talk about. I was thinking of singers and stars and champions of boxing. I was thinking of all that. And then I thought of my mother, and I said, you know what? I think that's a great example to start with. I remember when we were little kids, my mom and dad, obviously, they were married. Well, not obviously, but they were married in this case. They were married, and they had 7 of us. And my father, my biological father, died when I was 2. And we all lived in Mexico. And so my mother, worried about us. She's like thinking, how am I going to do it? I'm all by myself. I don't think I'm going to be able to manage here. And she used to hear stories about the United States. And so she decided she was going to leave us, not abandon us, but leave us for a little bit while she came over to the United States to see if she can make ends meet. She could make money so she could take care of us. And I remember once she got to the United States, she would send us clothing and she would send us money. And she would visit, and many times she had to cross the border to come back to the United States. She did it more than once. And eventually she brought us all over to the United States. And she remarried. She remarried a great man, Jesse Hernandez. And she told him, Jesse, I don't want to be living in a rented house or an apartment. As you know, they're not going to be renting to us because we have too many kids. Later on, there was a total of 9. And I remember she told him, I want us to buy a house. And he got a little fearful. He was worried maybe that they were going to lose the money. And he says, well, I don't know, maybe we ought to think about it. And she told him, if you don't go with me, I'm going to ask my oldest son to go with me, and he's going to go with me, and we're going to buy it. And I remember when my older brother and my mom went to go look at the house, Don Jesse, as we called him, he says, well, let me go check it out. And they bought the house. It's not that they could buy the house, it's that they wanted to buy the house. And what made my mother wanting to buy the house was the love that she had for us. She didn't want us to suffer moving from one place to another to another. She wanted us to enjoy a place where nobody could tell us anything. And then I remember my mom would tell us stories. And let me tell you how I came up with the topic. There's a cousin of mine, his name is Sergio Enriquez. And when we would have parties, he would come over, and one of his biggest gifts is that he would bring his guitar, and then we would sing, and all of us wanted to sing with him, especially me. And he didn't want to sing with me. He would say, oh, come on, Frank, you sing horrible. And I would say, come on, just let me try. And then I remember I would be so worried that I learned this one song that him and I both sang. And occasionally he would be the one to say, hey, let's sing that song. And as time went by, I write songs. My daughter sings 2 of my songs. My son, Adam, he will be singing a song shortly. And there's another one that we're setting up for. So I write songs. And there was this young artist, a Mexican young artist named Adan Chalino Sanchez. And when he passed, I got the idea of writing a song for him. I never did anything with him, with the song. I never sent it out. I do have it recorded. Anyway, I did go to the studio. I had the guys play some music. I recorded my voice. And I took it to that one cousin of mine, Sergio Enriquez. And I said, here, I want you to listen to this. And as he was listening, he was like, oh, yeah. He looks over to his wife and he says, yep, just like I told you, sweetie, it's the people that want to do it. It's not the people that can't do it that make it happen. And so that phrase came from him because he used to say that it's not the people that can do it, it's the people that want to do it that make it happen. And I remember when we were little, my mother would tell us different stories. And I remember she told us this one story about this one doctor that lived in town. And he would wake up early in the morning, go milk the cows, and then go to the farm, do whatever he had to do, and then walk many miles to school, and then walk many miles back. And many people will call him the farmer or the boy or whatever, but they wouldn't call him by what he later became, which was the doctor, not a doctor, but the doctor of the town. He was the main guy. And it's not that he can do it, it's that he wanted to do it. Because you see, work from home, and many times it turns out, I don't want to go. Yeah, they don't want to go. They don't want it. There are many people that can do it, but they don't want to do it. Like the young man that's filming me, Heriberto, he bought all this beautiful equipment, and I'm sure it cost him a lot of money, and he does wonders with his equipment. And I'm sure there are many youngsters that can go and buy this equipment times 10 and be able to create wonderful stuff, but they're not willing to. They don't want to do it. They don't want to do it. So the world doesn't belong to the people that can do it. The world belongs to the people that want to do it. So I want to commend all the people, even myself. I remember when in one of my earlier videos, I told you that I didn't graduate from high school. I didn't graduate from high school. But I wanted to graduate from high school. After taking that one seminar that I mentioned in my video, I said, I want to graduate from high school. And not only do I want to graduate from high school, I'm going to go to college and then university, and I will get a teaching credential. I will get a bachelor's degree in education. And I really wanted it. And in one of my videos, I tell you that you must have the desire. Go back and look at it. You must have the desire of wanting something. If you really want it that bad, if you connect it with something meaningful, such as my mother connected it with us, with her children, you're going to make it happen. I went back, I finished high school, I went to East LA College, I graduated. I went to Cal State LA, I graduated with a bachelor's in child development, and I got a clear credential from Chapman University. I'm sure there are thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of youngsters that can do it, but they don't want to do it. So the world doesn't belong to the people that can do it. It belongs to the people that want to do it. So this recording, I want to commend all the people that are out there wanting to make things happen, are finding ways to making things happen, such as my mother, Heriberto, the doctor, anybody, myself, that said, you know what, I want it, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to make it happen. So we're going to leave it at that. Remember, if you want it, you'll find a way. There are people that can and won't. I hope that you want it and you will find a way to get it. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to say bye now. Till next time, your friend, the ambassador of reading, Frank Iniguez, wishing you well today and always, knowing that you will find and get what you're looking for.